Okay, so I want to make a quick video and just explain two things that I feel are important to have out there so that people can not be tripped up, as I feel like many people are. One thing being that a tale in prophecy, from my studies, it has to do with lies. Looking in reference in Revelation 12 verses 4, it said, with his, this I'm reading out of the contemporary English version. It reads, with its tail it dragged 1/3 of the stars from the sky. And when we reference stars, um, stars are angels. That's also in Bible prophecy. So basically a tale is a lie. And if you look back to the beginning of time, so it sort of kind of just all ties right back to the beginning. When Satan was cast out of heaven, he was cast out of heaven. The fight began because of his slander and lies to the angels. Now, pay attention to something that's happening here. It was him that um, caused all those angels to go down with him. They suffered because they listened to him. Fast forward, while on earth, Adam and Eve. Eve and Adam suffered because they listened to him. And now we are suffering. Well, some of us are suffering because we're listening to him. And how are we listening to him? By listening to his teachings versus God's teachings. And everyone's going to suffer if they continue to listen to his teachings. And the best way to confirm this mark that is on the forehead and in the hand is, and it has to do with the teachings, looking at Matthew 23 verses 5, and the other verse, I have another one that basically says very specifically in Exodus 13 verse 9, and then also in verse 16. Reading those verses, you can see that this mark on the forehead and in the hand is just passing the information, those teachings, on to the other person. So man-made teachings are not what God ever wanted, and he doesn't want it. He never needed it. There was no point for him to give us divine information if he there was no point for Christ to come here if he just wanted his prophets to carry out his message. He came down to teach us, and it's much more valuable, his word, because he's God, than man. So, and he explains this in which book? Matthew 15, 8 and 9. It talks about, oh, you worship me with your, you worship me, but it's pointless because you're listening to rules made up by humans. He's not a human. He's God. So, just food for thought. I just think that if we stop practicing teachings that are human or man-made and just stick to the scriptures, we'll be in a better position and not listen to Satan and his demonic teachings. And those go, one thing in particular, just like kicking at me, this illusion of calling the Pope or any of these priests or any of these people father. God specifically says, do not call man your father. So why listen to him? Why listen to the Pope? Why listen to the priest? Why listen to these people when God, his divine word, he's not human. Well, he's man when he came to earth, but he's God, which is far more important. And his word is divine. His word is forever, as spoken and confirmed in what? Hebrews 6 and 18. I think think it's 6:18. I hope I'm right. Um, but either way, I just hope that everybody use those verses and just research and see exactly that the mark has to do with a teaching that's being passed on that is man-made, that has no scriptural references, no confirmation in the Bible. It's so far-fetched. And when and a perfect example of that is calling man your father. It completely contradicts what God said. So let's wake up. Hope everybody's doing well. God bless. Take care.